Hi there, signs of Leo. This is Kim here with your next 48-hour reading. I hope that if you have missed, any of your readings, that you have caught the collectives so that you can have one every 48 hours regardless of what your sign is. So anyway, this one is for Leo specifically. How's Leos? Any placement, Leos? Opening up to your spirit team, the spirit realm in general. My mom, who is now an angel, I'm positive of that, helping with these messages for you. Who better to communicate with me than her? So, oh goodness. What was that? I don't have my ear canceling headphones anymore. They fell in the toilet, so I don't have my really expensive pair. Oh, I'm hearing everything. Okay, so anyway, let's get the focus. 24, authentic self-expression. Be true to who you really are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. I guess so. I was just listening to that song, The Cool Kids. I wish that I could be like the cool kids. Yeah, I was not like the cool kid. So maybe that's just, it's okay though. It's your authentic self-expression. What is that song that says? They always seem to fit in, but no one really does, right? Everybody's wearing some kind of mask, especially when you're trying to find identity. So I don't know. Authentic self-expression. Usually, Leo doesn't usually have a problem with this. Maybe finding it sometimes. All right, 77, generosity. Giving from your heart with no strings attached is what's needed right now, is what is needed right now. Okay, that's going to mean so many different things for other people, but it might have to do with also just being a part of other people's challenges. And, because of the 7-7, being part, and be nice to be, if you were part of somebody's story who was going through a really big challenge, and then you were like the highlight in the middle of that crisis, that like whatever you did for that person, the generosity, you were like a milestone or a timestamp in during somebody's struggle or crisis. And that's like very significant if you think about it, how we live our lives, the way that we think about things. So maybe you have that ability, or you have the opportunity to be very generous right now, either with your time, with your advice, with your food, with your love. Okay. I wish that I could be like the cool kids. Approval, number 16. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. 16 is also the tower energy, which is this like sudden change, transformation, things like that. So maybe it is about that kind of mixed with approval, right? Then I have 29, connection, Leo's connection. Well, yeah, you're very connected to the heavenly realms. You are heavenly. And the universal bank wants to be the last one here with 70. Everything you need to thrive is already here. And if the energy foresees you being generous, I just feel like more things will be aligned to you if they can see that what you get, you also help others too. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like you're more aligned for more opportunities after you help somebody else too. So that's that part. The universal bank, all abundant, all encompassing, always have access to it all. It's about the bigger picture with the peacock's tail. Lots of eyes on you, possibly for what you're about to create. Maybe there's this energy of Leo's about to create something really amazing, because they always do. And what is it? Like, is it some big art thing? Is it a song? What is Leo creating? I feel like that is a question. What is Leo creating? Authentically. Self-expression, authentic self-expression. Oh, the spark. You are the spark. You are the spark. There's a, I don't want to feel silly saying this, but there's this, I remember working with this lady one time that said that, that you could tell the people basically that have embraced their own divinity by the spark. It's like a spark of, in a way, service, but not just to others, to yourself too. But that you could see the spark in someone's eye. And I actually saw it one day, what she was talking about. And so that's pretty amazing. But you are that spark. And usually the spark is going to come out when you're in the dark, because that's when you want to see that little bitty light, because that's the hope. It's the hope that pulls you to whatever this destination is. And like I said, it's the whole spectrum. You have approval from everyone, everything here with this peacock's tail. You do. You have approval from everything, everyone. When you're doing something that's all inclusive, that involves unconditional love, it involves your connection to heavenly realms as well as people. It's the spark of light. You are that spark of light. You can see it in your eyes. What else? Ooh, okay, we gotta have some lead here. We're having lead pencils. I used to love lead pencils. I used to lose them all the time, but I used to love them. Okay, so lead. It feels heavy. What is it that feels heavy? Getting to the universal bank. Making decisions. Big completions. Number 20. Could be a wait. Okay, yes. Look it up. Also, Saturn is coming across. It looks very similar to the Saturn card, which to me feels like, okay, how do you go about doing something? Why does this? It feels like it could be heavier than what it is what I'm trying to think. Whoa, wrong one. Maybe it feels trapped. Leo doesn't like to feel trapped. Where is it? Okay. I wish that I could be like lead, density, weight, Saturn. Okay, properties are heavy. This energy means that something is sobering to you. So when we get in a situation where we have to apply discipline in order to get the result that we really want, we're using those Capricorn qualities of ourselves. If you think about it, here on the material realm, and we're dealing with some really heavy things, heavy issues, heavy consequences right now with regards to money and abundance. But it contains the secret and the solution. It is a certain type of intelligence. Yeah, okay. Approach whatever this is with reverence, honor it, and then move on from it. Just the discipline will usually the structured discipline will get you what you want when you have these Saturn heavy consequences of things. And so it does involve something with money, but might also involve something that is healing, because this can be like you know, when you get the yellow from the stage of the bruise, or like when you're staging a bruise or saying how old you think it is, that yellow will come right before it's like almost healed. And so that it might feel like this was a heavy, drawn out situation that got old and cracked and stale and doesn't even mean much to you anymore, actually, because it's just so dang heavy. And it's like almost like, I don't know, it's like whatever this card is, it brought forth the spark in you, right? It brought forth the spark in you. So this is almost healed, but it's definitely acknowledging that this was an old situation that was heavy the whole stinking time. Okay. All right. So then tell us about connection. Very connected to the heavenly realms. Of course you're wanting to come out. Of course Saturn's wanting to come out. There's, oh, okay. So what I'm picking up here on this is the truth of some kind of your connection and how you're connected, the consequences of how every decision is affecting your connection, especially to the heavenly realms. The resin is like, what is sticking with you that has some consequences that you don't need in order for the big picture, right? So what has some heavy unwanted consequences that feels like it's sticking to you like resin? Like, oh goodness, this feels like it's an ingrained part of you, but it's not, but it certainly can feel like that. Okay, and for some, this is really going to be your relation to money. For some, it's going to be all about the choices, the effects, the consequences, but then for others, I'm getting that bigger picture feeling where it's like, no, every decision's really matters, and it definitely matters with your connection to your spirit team. Are you listening to your spirit team? Is that what it's asking? See, this is because this is the hope and this is the big picture. You have to approve of yourself and find yourself worthy for what you're wanting in the first place. Whoa. Like I said, resin, it is something that is it might be a habit because Saturn rules Capricorn, you know what I mean? So it could be a habit or an addiction or something that keeps you stuck. Because this is the coagulation. It's not yours. It never belonged to you, whatever this is. But it's a heavy issue with consequences that affect your connection to the heavenly realms, which is like if your goal is heaven on earth, then you've got something that keeps you stuck in it. So stuck. And it could be about how we handle our money. It could be about how we handle our money. What heavy, this is a heavy reading. So tell me about the generosity. You have to believe that there's like enough always. And that whatever you get helped out with is definitely to help others out with too. Definitely. Something that gets kind of like dissolved in the water. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like dissolution. It's dissolving something. It's a lot of watery energy. It's meant to, something's meant to be passed around in a sense. Dissolve. This is your guide. This is maybe your inner voice, your benevolent guide here. I'm going to look that one up. But this is like to dilute a problem. So like a problem, whatever this is, I think it's being diluted by the offset of karma, good karma from this generosity of whatever it was that you felt like stuck to you. You're highly magnetic at this time with the iron energy, the iron card. You're highly magnetic and you're drawing people or some strong forces. You can choose to alchemize that energy however you want. But it is magnetic and it is an energy that draws people to you, and it is you being you because they could see that they would really like that for themselves. So then they get drawn to you with the iron. Okay, so I'm going to look up the dissolution though, because it's like, to me, it's like something is dissolving or something is you're going to be absolved of something, like something gets dissolved. Oh, look, and it's time to create something new. This is the uncreated. This is the before. You're about to create something really great. This is a pattern of decisions and consequences that you can see the big picture now. And there's something very nice or attractive about loving even that part of ourselves that have had to struggle with these energies. My North Node is actually in Capricorn, so it makes sense. You know, just to see this out here, it makes sense that structure, discipline, order, planning, all of that stuff. Yeah. Okay, so you are transitioning also, by the way. getting something that was older or getting out of a situation. So this is transitioning from one phase to another. You're being guided here. Being guided here. 65. 65. Let's see here. The operation cards. Yeah, what you're doing to it. What are you doing to it? You're dissolving. You're surrendering to the formlessness of some kind of issue. Oh, this is nice. It's like the light that is dissolving the darkness. It represents form becoming formless. That which is solid or was solid is now dissolving. The strongholds of the ego here drown in the emotional realm of water, it says. The self that we knew has now disappeared. So the self that you related to these energies is now gone, and now you are magnetic towards anything that really values authentic self-expression. Anything that wants fake is going to get pulled to fake. By surrendering to the waves, we unite with the primordial essence and return to our deepest self. It says it's like surrendering these old ways to something greater than itself, which is the big picture. And that's why eyes are on you, possibly making a way through that forest that hadn't been thought of before. Is kind of what I'm getting. And then the uncreated is what, when everything's dissolved, when you're anew, then what do you create, you know? Sunlight. Get sunlight. It might be really important for you to get sunlight. Well, and to remember that you are the sunlight. That's important. So what is in the resin then? Other than something you feel maybe stuck in, is a part to accept. Maybe like a memory in time, but your perception of it and the ways that you like emotionally relate to what's in the resin, that can change definitely over time, especially when you put some kind of need over the priority of others. The whole greater good is when you come to that conclusion, I guess. So Two of Swords, well, this is common for your, you know, it's about your decisions. It's about your decisions. It's about what can you weigh out the positives, the negatives. Can you find a peaceful resolution? Because there obviously is. There's just a decision of being in this transition. Do you decide to or not? Do you split from this old way into the new? So it might be that your mind itself might feel in opposition at times. In those energies for sure. This might be about past issues too. Ace of Wands is in the reverse. So past things that made you feel passionate might not anymore with these energies. Four of Pentacles, you're building a firm foundation. This is just the building. You haven't even experienced how much success you'll have yet. This is the Four of Pentacles. So spiritually, materially, you're building, and it's solid. Just you working on you. Maybe even about banking on yourself, listening to your inner self, your inner guide. That's it. Listening to your inner self, your inner guide. Especially when things are not exactly clear. Ace of Swords in the reverse. This could be about a brilliant idea that comes across. This is reminding me of a animal spirit card. So something doesn't look like it's the truth or your truth, or maybe something that you're walking in life doesn't feel like your truth anymore. That would be why you have the Ten of Swords, which is telling you to. And everything that's associated with whatever this massive betrayal. It could be a betrayal of you to your divine self, choosing things that were not in the highest good of all. The Mouse. There might be some things that we need tending to, some smaller things. The camel, if you're not hydrated very well, then go ahead and drink more water. But the camel is, to me, it's like perseverance. And there is a divine feminine energy, Leo, Aries, Sag, being indicated. Oh, the bee. And they have the bee. Tending to those small details, especially with success in your work. Doing all the little things that you're needing to do is really, really important. There is definitely crossroads. Here's the tarantula. You have a big, 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 heavy decision to make. A heavy crossroads decision. It feels like it has to do with the coagulation card. This is like getting stuck in a traffic jam. Like when you've got other cars and you know that they're also the cause of whatever this is. It's like, it's not just you. And sometimes you just feel like you're the one stuck in the middle and that's all that you are. But holy crap. Now we have the spider on top of the tarantula. Whoa. Let's get the, okay. All right. Spider. Tarantula. The spider could also be a reference to an Aquarius energy. So the crossroads is the tarantula. And I forgot to mention, because, you know, for some reason it just doesn't get... When I mention soul purpose, it doesn't really get... It doesn't bring in views or stuff. But you know what? It is about the crossroads and soul purpose. That's the tarantula card. So, I mean, it could be something that you get really passionate about doing. It's like putting those little things that you do to work. The spider, it is the earth energy. I have creator of prosperity through life's work or your dharma. Oh my goodness. And that one too. And the crossroads. Jeez. When in balance, it's appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. This card reminds us there is creativity everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented. That's what I always say. It's a process, and that you have to trust the process. And sometimes we don't even know what the process is, but we do trust. Soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry, and then abundance follows. This is nice. And this is about being playful and creative. You haven't even done this yet. You haven't even done this yet. Wow. So for those of you that are on that path where you already feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, this is a big surprise to know that, oh, by the way, there's some more life's work stuff that is going to be pretty huge. I'm going to allow others to find a pathway that you found out of the forest by looking at the big picture. What we had to end, what decisions we had to end, and what we had to walk away from. And then, dang. So that's beautiful. I can't get any better than that. I really can't. Let's pull an angel number card for you. These are excellent. There's the mother energy, the deer. 555. Ooh. I saw 555, but now they just said, well, what about 5/5s? 25. I am intelligent. You have a great ability to take in and process information on both conscious and subconscious levels. Your curiosity is endless, and your desire to dive deep into a variety of subjects will bring you an immense awareness in the world. You also have 13 with I am confident. You are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas, turning them into something real. An optimist, so this is like the death card. But to me, in this with the yellow wing, this is something that is old for you and that is transitioning out. You're transitioning. It might have to do with career. 4 years, haven't picked a career. That song. It all falls down. Okay, 17, the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious. This is about independence. This is about independence. And like I said, when there's a way out of the forest that and other people might have been lost on the same path near you before, whatever you do or you did or you do to become independent gets you out. 333, I am powerful. You're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. There's your spark of light. Yeah, I told you that was you. 333, I am powerful. And then, goodness, 888, I'm abundant. As you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you are clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life, creating a place for abundance. Beautiful. And, well, that's nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Just kind of land on that. You can make the decision to land on unconditional joy. And there's hydration on the bottom. So, unconditional joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. And caffeine free. Okay, I'm working to that. Definitely not at that yet. Says, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. But what if that means sleeping all the time? Like that can't be good to, you know, I don't know. That's maybe my personal question with them. All right. Tea leaves. And then we'll do some angel answers, or yeah, ask the angels. Ask the angels. Ask the angels. Page of Swords, getting your information. And like I said, all eyes on you. All eyes on you. And that might also be some kind of news or a letter coming in, that Page of Swords. Possibly. I have bag. I have something important such as a new job or a raise. See, all over the place, that information. Cat, a two-faced friend. I don't know. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or dark hair. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. That tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise, and especially sweet results await. Would that be man, dealings or relationship with a man? And then look, this landed on the 888. And what was I saying about good karma points? So, haystack, karma, you'll reap what you have sown. So there are truth and consequences, and these good decisions here lately are bringing in the good stuff. Okay. Oh, is that like my bell? I need to get a bell, don't I? No, I won't do that. Trust, forgiveness. Trust, forgiveness. Within the next few weeks. Within the next few months is what's laying on top of the 888. I am abundant. That's a good sign. Maybe it has to do with what your crossroads, your life prosperity, your purpose, what your dream weave into life. Yes. See, confirmation. Yes, it is. And there might be a stranger and I'm intelligent. Somebody that wants to pair up. Or thinks you're smart or something. Something like that. Don't stop. You know the elephant is here when we have our wisdom of the long journey. And it's usually indicating like the long journey, but also how you apply your knowledge. So here's recovery. It has to do with like whatever you recovered from these consequences and things that happen, you know, the heavy situations in life. Take action and yes. Yep. that's what I got for you guys. So I'm sending you love it and light. Thanks for joining me, Leos. If you need a private reading, that's in the description box below. Otherwise, bye.